Hello, dear Taekwondo families and team representatives. Welcome to the second Poomsae Lover Online Championships. I'm Zhang and the main organizer of this competition. Today, let me introduce about the competition regulations and the explanations by this representative meeting. Okay, we have finished the first competition on 2020 in June, and Master Jang Song-min, me, and Master Aska, Master Atur, and Master Nontawat together to finish the first online invitational Poomsae Lover Championships, which has affected more than 420 athletes from 32 countries. Here is some champions in the first competition. They are from USA, Japan, China, Italy, and Hong Kong and Mexico and so on. Most of them have received this book sponsored by Kun. And this is the certificate and the medals. Okay. Here is the certificates and medals for the first championships. And later I will show you the medals and certificates for these championships. Okay, let's go on the next one. So after discussion, we have decided to make the second Poomsae Lover Championships, and this time we will open for the world, so everyone can join and register freely in the website. So the first thing is the date and schedule. The registration period is from February 1 to February 28. Actually, there was about 8 days left, and the registration deadline is the last minute for February 28. Please notice that all the time was calculated by the GMT 9 Korean time. So if you are not clearly, you can check here on the website. This is the deadline clock. And this is what we are doing now on February 20, the representative meeting. And for the payment and the video upload, it will be finished on March 3rd. Actually, it should be finished on February 28, but after discussion, so we extended to March 3rd. And our team will check all the videos which submit before this time, and if you have your video has some disqualification factors, we will inform you, and you should correct in 3 days. If you submit after this time, and it's your own responsibility, if there are some problems, then we will not inform you. Okay, here is the scoring and publishing is from March 5 to March 12. The time may be adjusted according to the actual situation. So this is the page, and now we have more than 400 people join in. And please notice about this time. The status on February 18 now is more than 44 countries and regions joined in. Okay, next is the qualification. This is an open championships for all Poomsae lovers. So there's no restriction for you to register, but it's better to ask your own national federation or national association if you need to get a permit. This is not an WT formal competition, so I think it's easier for you to get the permit, or you just register freely, but it's better to ask first. All the participants should be respect and follow the World Taekwondo Poomsae guidelines and rules. The rules we are apply with the World Taekwondo competition rules, the latest one, which has published in 2019. and we have some online Poomsae competition rules additional. I will explain later. So the divisions and the categories, mainly we have three divisions. One is individual recognized Poomsae, and the next is individual freestyle Poomsae, and the third is cosplay Poomsae. Cosplay Poomsae is experimental, and this time we don't need any entry fee on this, and it's mostly for happy and fun. So in individual recognized Poomsae, we have four main categories. One is grassroots, it's for beginners, and intermediate for middle levels, and advanced for high levels, and Poomdan for black belts. So what's the difference from these categories is the level. So in grassroots, you should your level should be in level 7 to level 10, but in some countries there are only maybe 7 levels, so it should be the last 40% color belt levels in your countries. For examples, your country there's only 7 levels, so the level 7, level 6, and the level 5, I mean the last 3 levels should be in the grassroots, and level 4 and level 3 should be in the intermediate, and level 1 and level 2 should be in the advanced. Some country there are 7 to some country 7, some country 8, some country 10 levels in total, so just by percent. And the next is the intermediate, so it means level 4 to level 6, and middle or the middle 30% levels, color belt levels. And in some countries their level system is very different, like Philippines, Ukraine, or some countries. So maybe in your countries, in most countries red belt is high level, but in some countries it's medium. So don't surprise about this. So you just submit your levels by honesty, okay? Here's the intermediates, the age divisions, and please notice that in WT competitions, we don't check your birth month and birthday, only in the year. So you check the year. This is the range, and you can adjust in your certain division. And in the system, if you input your birthday, and if your birthday is not in range, it will be rejected. And this is for advanced, means level 1 to level 3, the highest level. And in some country, the red black, the Poom belt will be recognized as level 1, so it's okay. If you are not Poomdan holder, then level 1 for red black is acceptable. Please refer to the outline. So here's the Poomdan divisions, and from here to here it's the official WT recognized divisions: cadet, junior, and 30 out of 40 to 60 over 65, and this is follow the WT rules. But kids 1 and kids 2, this is only in our competition this time, and it means 6 to 8 age, and 9 to 11 years old, and follow these two age divisions. So next is the individual freestyle Poomsae. Freestyle Poomsae, we only have individual, we don't have pair or team recognized as well, and there was only 2 divisions separated into male and female divisions. It means under 17 and over 17, this is same as WT competition. So let me introduce about the individual cosplay Poomsae. It's a competition for fun. So any age, any level, you can participate, and you should wear a cosplay suit or uniform to cosplay a character from a comic or film, like Marvel or Disney or some Japanese comic like this. Performing any of the recognized Poomsae, such like take 1장, take 2장, all okay. And before and or after the cosplay Poomsae, you can do some like the characters pose or some special effect, anything you want. And if you really want to such like 2 people, then you can do performing. And actually I will not disqualify, but it's better to do individual, okay? But if you show in a pair or team, we will also give you the certificate, but not the all people's name, just the athlete who registered. And let me show you some about some samples. Here's for ninja. You can wear a ninja suit. You can do some introduce. Okay, then perform a Poomsae, and you can do some special effect like fire or something in, and you can use music in the only in this cosplay Poomsae. Also, we can see this one. It's funny, right? But if you perform this on the formal competition, it will be disqualified. But this time we allowed you to register in the cosplay division as in make such performance, and it's for fun. Okay, here are some samples for cosplay Poomsae. And cosplay Poomsae, we were not scoring or there is no standing in this division, just a show, and you don't need to pay, so it's free entry. And e-certificate will be issued to the cosplay Poomsae. So this is some reference about color belt divisions, what I just told about in the registration. Okay, we will recognize the National MMA's official level system, and for fair play, we may check your official certificate in 2 years, within 2 years. But some people told me that in their country, maybe only once per year can make the promotion test. So we will extend to 3 years this time. If your level is the last level of your you registered in your MMA, it's okay. So just we want to make this competition fair. Like do not like the higher level to compete with low level, and it's not fair, right? So it is not necessary to submit the document in advance. Just in protest, or if the referees think you are not in this level, then we will ask you to show your certificate. Then you should submit it to us. Okay, and the Pom Dan division only require a Dan certificate, which also a Pom certificate issued by the Kokiwon or your national federation. So be honest, do not cheat, because if you cheat, if we know this, then we will cancel all your results and standing. Next is the competition system, and first is the individual recognized Poomsae. For color belt divisions, we were using the cutoff system, but firstly we will separate the athlete into groups, and each group contains at most 4 people. So there is a group competition first. Start with final round. So all athletes should perform 1 compulsory Poomsae in the group It means the first round in color belt. Okay, color belt, and it will be like this. We have 16 people, for example, 16 people in kids, grassroots kids 1. We're separated into 4 groups, and they will give the 4 standings, and award for these souvenirs. And then there is an elite round. 15% of the highest score. Please check. In here, if you are the group first place, it not means you can get into the elite. Because we will check the whole divisions and make a standing. The highest 8, because the same division will judged by same group of referees, so it's the same criteria. If there is the highest 8 person, or 15% to 8 person will go into the elite round. So if you do not learn the elite Poomsae, you can withdraw. But I think it's better to try and challenge yourself in this elite round. Okay, let me explain again. Group A will get this by first place, second place, and third and fourth. And Group B and the top 15% with maximum 8 person going to the elite. And elite, when we are give medals, but please remember, if you win both in the group and the elite, then you will receive the souvenirs and the medal together. So you can win both. Okay, the next is Pongdan divisions. It is a bit complicated, but I think not so much. First is the preliminary round. So we will make as the first round in the color belt divisions. You will separate into some couples of groups, and 4 people 1 group, and we will take the highest score, maximum 20 people. We're joined to the semi-final, and each group the same will have 1 gold, 1 silver, and 2 bronze. If there is less than 20 people, less than 20 athletes, then we will skip this round and go to the semi-final directly. And you should perform 2 compulsory Poomsaes. Sorry, many people asking about the recording. So in our competition, just 1 video, 1 link means semi-final round you should perform 2 Poomsae. Then you perform maybe the first Poomsae and stop recording and take a rest and do the second one and stop recording. And there were 2 files, and you upload onto the YouTube and submit 2 links to us. You don't need to perform 1 Poomsae and continue recording and the second Poomsae with 1 link. Don't do that. Just 2 links with 2 Poomsae. It's okay. So it's possible if you record 1 Poomsae in the morning, then 1 Poomsae in the afternoon, and 1 Poomsae in the evening, even in the different place. But it should be all with you, your Poomsae, not others. Okay. So this is the semi-final. If there is less than 20, then we will also separate into groups. Highest 8 in the semi-final will get into the final round. If the division is less than 8 people, then we will also directly go to the final round, skip with preliminary and semi, just to go to the final. And also we will separate, if less or equal than 8 people, then we will go to the semi-final. Final, and separate into 1 or 2 groups, and also take the souvenirs for the group. So it means depending on the Number of athletes, we will start with preliminary or semi-final or the final. Whatever the first round will be separated into groups and merge all athletes, then decide who will be the winner or who will get into the second round. Next round. For the final round, in black belt divisions, we will issue the official medals like this, the metal medals. Preliminary, you just need one Poomsae, okay, one Poomsae, and the semi-final two Poomsae, and final is two Poomsae. So you just follow the outline, and you can check in the registration system. It's very clearly if which Poomsae you need to perform and submit. Then is the freestyle Poomsae. Freestyle Poomsae, we just need to make one round. So you just submit one freestyle Poomsae, and we will make a cutoff in 90 to 100 seconds. So I will refer this part to Master Chang Song Min, and he will explain about the rules and regulations for freestyle Poomsae.
Okay, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. This is Mr. Zhang from USA, and I'm going to quick presentation and refreshing about our freestyle scoring guide. Of course, all the judge and then referee, including competitor, you are very famous with this freestyle, so not much things to do discussion each other. But let me just quick refreshing for you all. Okay. Our competition system is pretty much the same as WT. Uh, Individual freestyle, world class. We are only doing one round. There is no semi-final or final because same thing doing twice is not so funny or not so interest. Also, due to safety issue with the player, all player who are applied freestyle, we are only doing one round. That round is going to be final. Duration, the new time is 90 to 100 seconds. Competition area will be pretty much the same 10 by 10 meter and must perform with the music. If you don't have music, that's automatic disqualify also. Not actual sound of word or any lyrics excluding. Point or echo is okay, but not actual word or lyrics. Also, if you displaying any political, religious, racial, or diplomatic issue in the your background or anywhere within the your frame, you are also disqualified. Next page, please. Okay, this is the scoring criteria. Uh, I'm going to explain you detail one by one after this page. Okay, let's quick review technical skills. Oh, go back, please. Yes. Okay, jumping side kick. It must be side kick. And then, Chungi, please go back. That's a routine one, jumping side, the routine two, multiple kicks, routine three, gradient, routine four, Gyorugi style, and routine five, acrobatic. Everything is a kick, not the motions. So please aware, you must contain the kick and complete your kick. Also, basic movement practicability is between this routine, they are performing some kind of kicking, blocking, or stancing, everything. It must be Taekwondo recognizable techniques. That's what we call basic movement. Also, presentation, creativeness, not just mix or picking up the characteristic movement from the each form. It should have something different style or something new, not in the just regular or fundamental techniques. Harmony, of course, don't losing the balance and the excitement, expression of energy, and music and the choreographics. Next page, please. Okay, jumping side kick. You must do everyone if the team, individual of course. Please. Remember, height, height of jump is bottom leg. If anyone losing flying, the bottom leg is loose. This is your height of jump, and this is kicking leg. If any kicks below your chest, that's going to be pretty lower from the you are standing. So please aware bottom leg has to be tucked in under the kicking legs. Other than it will be 0 points.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Next page, please. Okay. Multiple kick supposed to be front kick only, not the roundhouse kick, not the acrobatic kicks. It's only front kick. But after complete or before or after complete the front kick and followed by multiple roundhouse kick or acrobatic kick whatsoever, we will be awarded for the presentations. Many player when they do multiple kicks, they are doing paddling. It's supposed to be kicking. So please be aware. This is paddle. This is kick. And then if any player doing 3 kicks, that's pretty much average. 4 kicks, good. Actually, I have seen few times some player do more than 5 kicks. That's excellent. When it's 0, if a player skip the front kick instead of any other kicks. Fewer than 3 kicks above the waist with the 80% extension. But like I say, it's paddle. This is kick. Please don't do this. This is we recognize as paddling. Above the waist mean higher than waist level when standing. Your own tall, not the height of the jumping. So many player kind of misunderstanding
Okay.
about this. Not during the kicking in the air, okay?
Should I change the page?
That's right.
Yes, next page, please. Okay, Grant. Many player kind of confusing. You after you jumping, still legs go, but this supporting leg supposed to be in the area. Once it touch and you continue move, that considered kicking after landing. So that's not considered gradient. So average kicking is 360 to 540 degree. That's pretty much normal gradient. 720 is good, and more than 720, up to 1080, as much as they can. That's excellent. If you fail the gradient, then it will drop to the lower gradient to evaluate it and award it. For example, one player 90, 720, 540. So 90 fail, then we drop to the 720. 720 fail, then we drop to the
Okay.
540,
The
etc.,
downgrade
etc.
one. Okay.
Yes, we choose the best one, great one. When is it 0? If there is no spin in the air or kicking after landing, I just explain you. Supporting leg landing, but leg is still spin. They consider as this is
Mm-hmm.
spin. Actually, it's not. The both foot has to be aerials, no matter what.
Okay.
Knee is not extend more than 80%. This is means like we call snap. We call snap, not completely extend. We call snap at least this much. So it has to be recognized by the
Okay.
referees.
Next. Sorry.
Next page, please. Yeah, that's fine. This is a one spin, one and a half
Sorry.
spin. Oops, two spin, two and a half spin, and 4 spins. Okay, this is very important. Many player kind of confusing. Once you're starting the Gyorgi style, you must finish the bounce in spot. One, two, three, four,
Mm-hmm.
5. Any reason you do 1, 2 starting, that's 0. And then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 kicks complete after you change directions or you change uh, the continue kicking, stop and continue kicking is okay, but you bounce again,
Mm,
that's 0. Don't do bounce. Okay, so poor performance, average performance, excellent performance is like a just one, two, one, two, three. Okay, then just X kick. That's kind of pretty much basic. But some player one turn, spin, X kick, even double chuck it, back kick. Some kind of those multiple technique will be the excellent.
Mhm.
What is the meaning of zero? Player starting without completely 3 to 5 bounce. Change the direction after 2 bounce, change the direction allowed after 3 bounce is complete. Like I just told you, bounce again before 3 kicks was complete. Count as 나래차기 is 1 kick, triple 차기 is 2 kick. Many player coach doesn't understanding. If 나래차기 1, 2, they consider 2 kick.
Ah,
So they suddenly stop. One, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Then they stop at the third sequence. That's only we count as 3 kicks. So 4 kick actually. One, 1, 2. That's one. 1, 2, 3. That's two. So 4 kicks. That's not considered 6 kicks. So please don't misunderstanding about this 나래차기, triple 차기. WT considered as each count now, but still it's in there with the old
okay.
rules. Okay. Here is I put some comment. Actually, this is
Oh,
vertical spin. This is horizontal spin. Many people say this is a horizontal spin. No, actually this is vertical. The wedge head. This is the head. Head flipping backward. That's vertical. Head here. Spin this one. This is a horizontal. Okay. Uh, Pro performance average excellent. One is zero. Not a horizontal vertical axis of rotations, like a kind of twist it. But they can twist it, still they have the delivery kicking. No kick in the direction of rotations, like X kick. Standing, X kick. This is drop.
sure.
Standing, hooking. This is kicking. Snaps actually. Same thing. Acrobatic for XL cases. You go this. There's no bending motions. This is just swung, flip through. This is now you see this is the snaps. So this is XL, even triple. 하나, 둘, 셋. Not this. So when you do acrobatic, you really have to take care because many player kind of complaining. I do perfectly XL kick. I do perfectly fresh kick. Why I got zero? Because you are just swung through your own legs instead of what? Snap, snap, snap. So you have to be careful about this. And the hand touch the floor, including finger, because you are too much worried about losing the balance, then you suddenly touch the hands and deliver the kicking. It is okay after completely kicking and then you touch the hands and flip more and more, like a boosting for your jumping is okay. But you must, before or after, you must finish your kicking in the areas. Without extending near 80%, you do not stretch it. I just explain you. This is about 80%. This is about full stretched. That looks way different. So please be careful about this.
Okay, next.
Next page. Freestyle mandatory stance. Back stance, 뒷굽이, tiger stance, 범서기, grind stance, 학다리 서기. May perform in any routine, any part. And then any order. Like you starting with the 범서기, suddenly change 학다리 서기, then suddenly change 뒷굽이, it's okay. You done in the beginning. Hopefully all the referee catch this. These days the player getting smart and then they done all the stance at the very beginning. So like exactly this picture sequence, starting with the hakdari, then suddenly go starting with the 범서기, suddenly go to hakdari, then change back stance and start the performance. If any this of 3 miss, we are going to deduct 0.3. That's major for each stance, not all for each stance, each one for each stance. Freestyle order deductions. Mandatory kicking techniques done out of order. For example, your sequence, first one is jumping side kick, then suddenly you jump to the gradient and then go back to multiple kicks. Then those things comes backward, that will be 0 out of a sequence. It's supposed to be follow the older sequence. For example, you suddenly go after jumping side kick, then acrobatic, and then you go back to um, multi kicks. Multi kick going to be 0, and uh, gradient 0, and um, sparring style 0. So if I never seen this one anyway, sometimes it happens because the certain country probably coach doesn't understanding those routines. So they do jumping side kick after straight go to the acrobatic, then go back to multiple kicks, gradient, and the sparring. So those 3 routines are 0. It's very simple. So you must follow those routines. But between that, if you continue follow between, okay, you finish jumping side kick after go to multiple kick. Between that, you do any performance. That's
Okay.
order for the presentations, not the technical. Music under over time. When the music stops, the performance stops. Performance stop is not means music stop because the some player the pose motion is a part of their
True. Yeah.
choreographic and the performance. So when the music stop, performance stop, not the performance stop, music stop. Please don't misunderstanding this because like I say, your pose motion is a part of your performance. Actually, many player does too. Should be checked before the competitions, and then your music you supposed to your responsibility to check, not the OC. If any reason technical issues, for example, suddenly blackout, power outrage, that case is different. But prior to you submit the music and it doesn't play, or you download in the iPhones or cellular phone, and during the music, play on the music, suddenly your incoming call, text message, or voicemails, etc., etc., they are technically interrupting. Then it will be disqualified. So if you want to playing with your cell phone, you must put in the airplane mode. So you have to block all the incoming text, music, I mean the phone calls, everything. Other than you just simply forget, oh, I'm sorry, so I forget to set up the airplane mode, and then during the performance, we heard all the text messages, voicemails, and the phone calls, etc., etc. Sorry, you are going to be very sorry about this. Ball speed out of bounds 0.3, restarting Poomsae 0.6, and the running time. Player suddenly losing the routines or suddenly music is stopped, but the time's already running about, let's say, about 15-20 seconds. Then we not reset from the 0. We continues counting from the time you stop page. So you have to be very careful when you decide to restarting. You are going to be overtime for this. So very careful. All of the kicks should be above than waist. If not, then report to guideline target range because the actual target, especially freestyle target, is either body or facials. There is no kick like a under the waist, like a choreo or something. So you have to be careful. All kicks you have to deliver more than, I mean, above than waist.
Next is
Next.
about this business. Okay. Thank you very much,
Okay.
Master Zhang. I know it's not easy because in your time it's about um 5 a.m., right? So thank you, thank you very much for oh my God.
Wait,
Thank you very much for the presentation. So uh, let's
yeah. Go back. Go back. There. Okay. In this time, we are encouraging all the freestyle player about the new routines we call slow motion kicks. That means you have a 5 second to move and 5 second to the hold, or the other way around. 5 second hold, 5 second kicking. This is not in the this is not in the rule yet, but WT already added in the new routines we call slow kick motions. So in this time, if any freestyle player performing these kind of techniques, it will be not award for technical, but it will be higher presentation award. So we are pretty much encouraging the older player and coach practice about 5 second to kicking, 5 second to hold, or backward, 5 second to hold, 5 second to kicking. We call slow motion. You are doing this one in any routines, even beginning or at the ending or between. So please, this is going to be very excitement, and then I believe many player and coach have experience with watching video through a lot of Asian player, especially the Korean, when they are performing with the music taekwondo. They do a lot of this kind of slow motion. Also, since we extend your freestyle duration from 90 to 100, it's a very long time to performance. So this slow motion about the 10 second will be a lot of benefit for player to catch up the breeze or even some killing the time, running time. So please, if any coach or player interesting, go ahead, record in any routines. And thank
thank
you.
you,
We look forward
thank you,
to
Master
it.
Zhang.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Should I perform it? Just play it. Let's check it. So this is the so you can see the athletes make it between the first compulsory movement and the second make this. So please try to add it in your freestyle choreography. Okay.
Okay, here is the list of designated Poomsaes. First is the color belt divisions. Color belt divisions, you need to submit 2 Poomsaes with 2 links. Again, 2 links. Each link 1 Poomsae for final round and elite round. So all the grassroots is 1장 and 2장. All the intermediate is 3장 and 4장. And all advanced is 5장 and 7장. And in Pungdan division is a bit complicated. So all the preliminary round should perform 1 Poomsae, and the semi-final is 2 Poomsae, final is 2 Poomsae. So some people asking if there is less than 20 people, should I submit the preliminary round Poomsae? Actually, we will not check your preliminary Poomsae if the division is less than 20, less or equal than 20 athletes. But I cannot promise that in the last day there was less than 20 athletes. So it's better to prepare all the Poomsaes and submit them. When we checking, if your Poomsae is not there, then you will be marked as withdraw. Such like if you submit the semi and the final, but you forgot to submit this, then if more than 20 people, then you will be marked as withdraw. The referee team will check your Poomsaes by the archery round. Okay, let me introduce about the international referee team. First is Master Chang Song-myun from USA, and this is Suzuki Hidetoshi from Japan, and he is also the founder of Japan Wata Open. This Wata Open. So it is an offline competition and will be held on April. So if you are interested, please ask or search Wata on Facebook. And this is Damian from Mr. Damian from Northern Ireland, and this is Mr. Wang from Hong Kong. And this is Miss Tai Yu from China, Mr. Arthur from India, and Mr. Paulo from Portugal, and Mr. Nongtawat from Thailand. These are all expert and experienced referees. And this is Miss Kim Hyung from Korea, and this is Miss Sani from Indonesia. And this is me. Because last time in the first championship I'm too slow because I do both technical work and scoring, so I got this slowest referee award. This is a joke, but this time I will do technical only, so it will be more efficiency. Next is about the online rules and deductions. For the recognized, we allowed you to perform with or without the mat at any place available. For freestyle, we are not allowed to perform on the spring floor as to prevent from the injury. And fail or back to the start point will not deducted. It means if you did not go back to the 1 feet distance from the start point, it will not be deducted. And due to the space restriction, face mark is allowed to wear, both in the recognized Poomsae and the freestyle Poomsae. The next is the deduction points. These are the 0 to 3 deduction factors. The first, if you make an extra step, like maybe if I do like this, and next step I will strike on the floor, then I make a more additional step to move, then it will be deduct for 0-3. So it's better to arrange a good place for you to perform. Okay, the next, each hand or foot movement cannot be seen by the referee if you beyond the camera view. It mostly appears on the foot. So please ensure your whole body is in the frame. Such like if I do like this out of frame, then each movement will be deduct for 0-3. And this one, each hand or feet movement cannot be seen by the referee due to the poor lighting. Sometimes like there is the window and it's backlight. So and in some situation there is a shadow and your foot step into the shadow, then it cannot be seen by the referee clearly, then we'll give the 0-3 deduction. Okay, then each key up cannot hear by the referee. This mostly happens when using the cell phones. Some people, they using fingers to disable the microphone. Then they shot the videos, but the sound was not recorded or very light, so you cannot hear the key up. In this situation, we will give 0-3 deduction on each movement. Okay, so it's better to check before your video was submitted. Okay, the overtime is very clearly. Now it's not 30 to 90 seconds. Now it's just less than 90 seconds. And freestyle come to 90 to 100. So please notice about this. Okay, next is the 0-6 deduction factors. First, perform an incorrect Poomsae. It mostly on the wrong submission, and The second, object, person, or pet into the field of play. Actually, I have met this situation once because it's a team play and they perform very seriously, but there is some people like this, come and go. Also for the cats, dogs, even birds, they're into the frame, then it will be deducted. So please clear your field of play before you perform, and it's very important because if we see some person or pets, then it will be deducted. But except the coach is allowed to enter the field of play, but he or she cannot do any of the instruction. Okay, even like this, it's not allowed. Okay, but coach can help for the signals like Chari or Kyungle. It's okay. It's better to just enter the frame and Kyungle and sit down. Then it's okay. More than half body cannot see by the referee. It will be explained in the video. Later I will show you. And wearing incorrect uniform or belt, or wearing shoes, jewelry and watch. If you wearing both shoes and watch, then it will be deducted 0.6 in the total score. And I have made a uniform dress code table, and you can check it in the outline. So, and restart. Normally for video competition it's not often seen the restart, but some coaches, even the parents, they upload the video and forgot to cut the perform before the restart. So it's better to make a double check before you submit your video. Okay, the last one is the new thing. Due to the safety concern and the COVID-19 space restriction, wearing shoes is allowed only outdoor. So if you are outdoor and your country is not allowed to barefoot, you should declare to the OC in the advance in the system. But it's your own responsibility and own risk to maybe we will deduct on the presentation score. So if you declare to OC in the system, because in the video submission page there is a blank. If you something you want to declare to the OC, you can write there, such as my country cannot do barefoot on the outside, then you can do it. But I think it's better not to do this outside with shoe. Okay. Okay. The next is the disqualifications. Video has been edited or show proof of editing will be disqualified, except that the cosplay division. Cosplay division is okay, and submission wrong videos or registered in the wrong divisions. First, I just told that some people they may submit wrong videos, such like your first video and the second video in reverse. It means both zero on accuracy, but wrong video means we made some like submit a video for kick the sandbag and send this to the system, and we check this is not Poomsae, then we will get disqualified. And register in the wrong divisions, this often happen. Some people make mistakes on group and done, so he is first done and register in the first group, then it will be disqualified. So please be careful on the registration. And incomplete with recording guidelines, it will be explained later. And the display of political, religions and non-recognized NOC flags, it was not allowed, and even we will delete the video with no shoe. And non-recognized NOC flags, the flags should be IOC recognized NOC flag. Otherwise, your video will be taken out and no shoe. movement of the camera during the performance, I will explain in the later. And the fake levels, example is high level performing in the low level division. This is very serious. It's not allowed in the competition, and it means cheat. If we found you, such like you tie a white belt and take grassroots and get medals, then tomorrow you get on other championships and go with black belt, we will cancel you all your certificate in our competition. We will cancel. So it's don't do cheat like this kind. Okay, fake identify and wrong player. It means if you are A and you play instead of somebody, then it means fake identify. Then it will be disqualified. And also the same, we will cancel all your results if you do this. And adjust the height of camera. It means some people like taking camera like this and make a realistic effect. Seems like he kicks very high. So please follow the recording guidelines. Okay. Here are some special rules, and this is only applicable in this time. First, the athlete should look at the target during the kicking. So when you're kicking, you should see your target. But if the eye is looking parallel during a high kick, we will not deduction on the accuracy, but maybe take down in the presentation. This is only in our competition, but in WT competition it's different. So please do not do this. It's better to when you're kicking high, you just see the direction you kick. The third, if your athlete's eye is looking down or close the eye during the kick. An example is like this. When I am going to do apsagi, ready, and I looking high, okay. Then when I kicking, I look down, or I close my eyes. Then it still will be deducted because when you kicking, not when you making the movement. When you kicking, your eyes are looking down or closed, then it will be 0.3 deduction. Okay, then the video is too much blur as the athlete's looking direction cannot seen by the referee clearly. Then if the video quality is very bad, this happens. So each time kicking, we will give 0.1 deduction if it's not clearly. And bandage or support is not allowed except you declare to OC in advance. I have told in the submission page you can write maybe I was injured and I should use the bandage. It's okay, but you should submit in advance. And due to the space restriction, stomping without sound is allowed. Please, this is different with the no key up. No key up means such like Kangang. If I stomping with no sound is okay, but if you with no key up, this is different. Key up and stomp is different. So if you no key up 0.3, no stomping sound, it's okay. So please be careful on this. Okay, the recording guidelines. Let me show you something first. This is the official recording guidelines in the previous World Online Championships, and we follow this almost the same. Can check. This is the individual recognized in freestyle Poomsae. So when entering the field, it's about 7 meters between the participant and the camera is recommend on this height. About belt or and chest. Don't do from high and from low rectangle. Okay, then this is Charyo and Gyeongye. It should be commanded by someone else, maybe the cameraman or the coach. But if you are recording by yourself, then you can do it yourself. Like, I mean, in our competition, you can do it by yourself, such like entering Charyo, Gyeongye. And even if you do not command, just coming and do bow, it's okay. But if you do not do bow, then it's misconduct. Okay, so please remember, you must bow before you perform, and I think it's very basic. Okay, next. WT competition, online competition, you should declare your division, your name, your Poomsae, and your athlete number. It's recommended to do in our competition as well, but if you cannot speak English or you cannot do this, it's okay. But if you are going to participate in the WT competition, it's recommended you to do this as an exercise to make this video, and will be an experience. So, and another thing I want to tell is in WT competition, first round and second round, the athlete number is different. So please be careful on this. But in our competition, the athlete number is always same. Okay, so if you declare or not declare in our competition, oh, no problem. But if you in WT competition, it must be declared. Okay. The first Poomsae. Okay. Finished. Just each Poomsae you make a video. Okay, the next is freestyle Poomsae. Same, do Charyo and Gyeongye. Declare. Yes, in the freestyle Poomsae, in our competition, you are not required to do this, but if you do, no problem, and it's recommended if you do. But if you did not, you forgot to declare your information, we will not deduct. Okay, for this, when you shooting the video, you can do left or right, it's allowed, but up and down, it's not allowed. Okay, same as recognized Poomsae, you have to say about and show. And then next, some of the prohibited behaviors in recording. So please do not do this. Okay, first is moving out the screen. It will be deducted out of frame. And move the camera up and down, it will be disqualified. And zooming and out, also disqualified. And change the camera position. Some people like moving, then it will be disqualified. And on the background, no religions, no visual background, also not allowed. And the political, it's not allowed. NOC flag is recommended to display, but only IOC recognized. Okay, check. This athlete, her foot is out of frame, so 0.3 deduction. If the half body, in our competition, half body is 0.6. moving up and down, they will be disqualified. And zooming out, the camera should be always in the same place. You don't do it like this and this. And the religions and the political displays, it's not allowed to in the Poomsae videos. Please, we love Taekwondo and don't do like these kind of things. Just we enjoy the Poomsae performing and the competition. Another thing I want to say is, please don't. You should record like this. Do not like this. Quality of recording is the responsibility by the athlete. So if you submit a very poor quality, then it will maybe disqualify or deduction. And this is I just explained. You should record landscape, not portrait. Not like this. And the camera must remain in the same position for the duration. Like you don't do zoom out, zoom in, and up and down. And the minimum resolution is 720 and 30 FPS frame per second. It's better to using 1018 with 50 to 60 FPS. And no visual background, no religions and political displays, and IOC recognized NOC flag. Okay, the next is uniform allowance. You just check your on Dobok with these samples here, and check the table if your Dobok is allowed or not. If it's allowed, it's yes or okay is allowed, but no is not allowed, will be deducted for 06. And if you wearing a non-WT recognized style uniform, will be disqualified. We don't care about your uniform's brand, but non-WT style uniform or some like black uniform, red uniform, you will be disqualified. Okay, this is the uniform. And Pongdan as well, you check this table and find if your uniform is allowed or not. Okay, the freestyle uniform follows the Pongdan divisions, because the freestyle most is Pongdan people doing, and allowance with the certain age and gender. Muslim hijab and white t-shirts with round neck, not like this. Only allowed by the female athletes. Okay, no restriction on the brand of uniform, but must in the boundary line with WT recognized style. So brand is okay, any brand is okay, just WT recognized style. Next is the Slovenia's award and prize. In recognized Poomsae, all athletes who has performed a reasonable recognized Poomsae. What means reasonable? Because last time some people come to our championships and paid and not upload a video, even upload like wearing a black belt, but like some other martial arts style, then it will be not allowed in, and we will not give any of the Slovenia's or awards. Please, this is Poomsae Lover Championships, so you should perform Poomsae, not like a ITF tour or karate kata, wushu patterns, etc. So normally the Poomsae is reasonable, but you just don't perform something we cannot understand. We'll take a Poomsae Lover custom-made traditional style West cut. It's this. This is the real things. Actually, this is designed for the medals at first. So this is a traditional card, which in the Asian times, if you are warrior or the fighter, you can take it on the west, and when you get into the castle and the checkpoint, you show this to the guards, and they will say, oh, okay, pass, like this. So I designed this as to the medals, but a friend of me told me that is that possible to send to everyone and make more motivated for the students to training. So I tried many manufacturers, and finally I made this one, and this is means Poomsae in Chinese character, also in Hanja for Korea, and this character means award. And we have gold, silver, and bronze. Depending on your first round's result, will give the certain color. And freestyle Poomsae, the first one of three athletes were with the highest score will get gold, and medal was the silver, and the rest was bronze. Sorry for my English. I'm not native English speaker, so maybe some problems on vocabulary and grammar or pronunciation. Apologize for that. Okay, this is the design, and I just show you this is the card, and this is the award, and the Poomsae Lover logo and the Queen logo, and sorry, I forgot to change they are same character in the actual things, and it means award. Here's some picture. Okay, I'd like to explain that the purpose for issuing the souvenir is to encourage the students. So actually, the best should win. So this is our official medal. This is medal. We send this to the real champion, but we send this for encourage your students training. But if you don't like it, okay, just let me know, and we'll get some refund for the if you don't want it. Okay, then the medals. This medal is the same like last time, and it's for the people who win the elite for first place, second place, third place, and fourth place. And the Pongdan black belt final, and the freestyle as well for the first place to the fourth place. Let's check it. It's a tobok. And uniforms. Here is the actual things. Kun has sponsors for some Poomsae competition uniforms. So the first place in final round in Pongdan division, only Pongdan division, will get this tobok with your own gender and your height. So let me show you this with a black with a bag, and this is the uniform, and with this material and special designed material. So you will win this if you are the Pongdan division's winner. And in the very first, I have shown you those champions. As at very first, I have shown this. They have received our tobok. They're wearing. Okay, The next is the memorized belt. The actual thing is here. Will be embroidered by the Poomsae lovers. You see this on the website. Same thing. It will be issued to the MVP players. Mostly the Pongdan winner will be the MVP, and also some of the elite round or some people who have a really good performance will get the MVP, and MVP will be invited to the next championships entry free. And also you can buy this in the our official shop, but the design will be different, because if you are champion, here will be a champion here, but if you a normal one, there will no champion mark on the belt. And something I forgot to say is there was more than or equal than 8 participants in black belt division. The winner will get the dobuk. But if the division is less than 8, I cannot promise if you can get the dobuk. But in some situation, it's possible. Okay, this is some notice. The transportation cost for souvenirs, medals, and certificates were covered by OC. Actually, it will be sent by the ordinary surface mail, but the teams have more than 5 souvenirs and medals were sent by express mail, such like FedEx, DHL, or TNT, will be arrive faster than the surface mail. And transportation cost for uniforms and belt is the own responsibility for the awarded participant. And the local custom tax is the duty by the participant. We will send, but we cannot process the tax. It's your own responsibility. By COVID situation, some countries and regions cannot reach by the post mail. So if your country and the region cannot be reached by the mail, then we will give you a refund. But we will try best to make it possible. For the registration, let me show you a video for the instructions.
Now I'm gonna to have an instruction for registration. First of all, click register now on the web page and input your username, password, team name, WhatsApp or mobile phone number and email, and choose a nation, then click register. Then back to the index page, log in with your account, then you will see the system. First, click the team information and correct your postal address, because the souvenirs and the medals will be sent to this address. Then click update, and then check all the designated Poomsae and click athlete registration, and you will find the divisions like grassroots, intermediate, advanced, and Pongdan. And find your certain division, click register. This is your name here, and click the birthday. It will be a selector. Then select your birthday, choose your nation, and select your level. Be sure your level is Poom or group. This is different. And gender. Then click the register. After you see the athlete number here, then it means the athlete has been submitted. You can delete here. The next step is going to submit the video. I'm going to submit video for this athlete. Click submit video, and you will check the first Poomsae and the second Poomsae for him. Upload your video to YouTube and copy the link to the system. Then you will see your YouTube video below the link. Do a double check. Ensure it's the athlete and the Poomsae is correct. Then submit the second video. Same. Double check the Poomsae and the athlete. And then check the quality of the video. It should be at least 720p, and the best is 1080p here. And then fill in the remarks. If you need to use the bandage or you had to wear the shoes, you can input here and declare to the OC in advance, and then click submit. Then after you submit, you can see the athlete there is a mark submitted for the certain Poomsae. Then go to the overall check. The first Poomsae 5张 and the second Poomsae 7张. Click one of them. You can see it on video. See your video on the YouTube. Then click the checkout. You will see all the athletes you have registered and your shipping address. Then click here. You can pay by PayPal, and click here. You can pay by the credit cards. After you submit all the videos, then everything is finished. After the competition started, you can click here, and there are some buttons here to check your result.
The next is the entry fee and payments. For individual recognized Poomsae, it's $35, and for freestyle is $30. If you take part in both, then it will be $50. For cosplay Poomsae, it's free. You can make payment, follow the guidance of registration system. It was a PayPal, and you can down the payment by one click. Also, you can pay through our partners. In some countries, there are partners. If your country have partners, it will show in the payment system. But if both method is not possible, then please feel free to contact in the index page. There is a WhatsApp. Then you can contact, and they will instruct you to make payment. For the refund, if the division, not the group, the division is less than 3 people, then you can take refund. And in the situations that you don't want to play anymore, and if you don't want to take souvenirs and prize, just enjoying the competition, also you can take some part of the refund. And if this is what I just told, and please request your refund within 1 month after the competition. Otherwise, it will be sent. For the protest, please make request on protest in 3 days after the result was published. Otherwise, it will be not accepted. And let me make a special thanks for this Master Gillen Curbert from Northern Ireland, because he is the, as I know, he's the very first one who organized the online championships by the Northern Ireland. It's a Facebook group, and fortunately I was the referee in that championships. Thanks for the initiate. And if you are from Northern Ireland, I may give you a special gift this time. Special thanks for the sponsor Kun and provide us the doorbook and belts. And these are the partners. Okay, thank you for your time, and hope you enjoy this competition and have a good memory.